Hey everybody, you're watching CAD Roll Hunter, and in front of me today, I've got a bunch of silver coins that are toned and tarnished. They've seen better days, they don't look great, and we're going to use this silver cleaning polish from Lighthouse to see if we can restore these to their original luster. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, my name is James and you're watching my channel CAD Roll Hunter, and I've got a bunch of coins, silver coins that I've bought in junk or scrap silver purchases. So these are not valuable rare coins by any stretch. These are essentially treated as bullion investments, stacking silver if you will. And so we basically just pay for the silver content. I haven't paid any premium for the collectability of these coins. And sometimes you get them in nice condition, and in some cases, you can see they have been left to the elements and are pretty awful. These are Canadian coins. You can see this has some tarnishing on it and some pretty dark toning on the edges. I want to see if we can restore this, fix that coin. Toning has taken on an interesting life lately in that collectors are far more accepting of toning. And I've got a few examples of coins that I think are really very cool in terms of their toning. Here is a 1939 Canadian silver dollar that is almost black. I love this coin. We've got King George V. It's actually in great condition, but it has totally changed color. The same thing with this 1959 dollar featuring Queen Elizabeth II. That is just completely black. I'm not going to do anything with those because I love these coins. And here's another example of where toning or tarnishing can be very pretty. There are rainbow colors here, blues and greens, some yellows and oranges. I don't want to mess with this particular coin. It's actually a beautiful commemorative silver dollar. So these are some examples of coins you probably don't want to mess with, but these ones here, I wouldn't say have great toning. Here's a quarter, a Canadian quarter. You can barely make out the details on it. If I flip it over, this side isn't much better. A little bit of yellow in there. You can't really see the detail. We've got another one here where just around the edges it's starting to turn black. And this might have been up against something else. We'll see if we can fix that up. Here's one. Beautiful coin, 1966. It's almost in a proof-like condition. You can see a very shiny field, but it's got this toning all around the edges. A little bit of a cameo finish on that one. So we want to see if we can make those better. I've also got one Canadian dime, 80% silver, and one US dime, 90% silver, that are also exhibiting some toning. So we want to see if we can improve them. And I've got this cleaning solution here from Lighthouse Canada. They're the sponsors of this channel. And in here, there is a little basket that we're going to put these in. And essentially, toning like this, the instructions say, we can just dip it in here for just a minute and see an improvement. We're going to use these tweezers to get the coins in and out of here. We're going to use these gloves so we don't get the solution on our hands. Once we've dipped it in for a minute, what we're going to do is rinse it underwater, and we're going to get a chance to see if we've improved these coins. So if you like the way this turns out, you might want to give it a try yourself. I think we'll start with these two dimes. We'll get a good look at them here. This is the before. So there is our blue nose schooner on there. You can barely make it out. Got one sort of stripe with Elizabeth you can see. And then we've got this Roosevelt dime here that is also toned. This is a 1946. This is one I found coin roll hunting in pennies. So just because of this tarnishing, it just sort of blended in with all of the pennies. But we're going to see if we can shine this baby up. We're going to start with these two. The instructions specifically say don't let the coins touch. So we're going to try to be very careful as we place these in the basket and get them in there, and we'll set the timer for a minute. Okay, we're going to pop this one in here, and we're going to get the next one in there too, and we're going to try to put this one here at the front and keep them from touching one another. I think we're good, and we're going to drop it in here, and we're going to set the timer for 1 minute, and then we're going to see how we do. All right, our 1 minute is up. I'm still seeing toning on these coins, so I think if we don't have the results we want in 1 minute, we might have to try dipping them for longer. We can go longer. That's what the instructions say. We can go even 5 or 10 minutes, but I've done an Ike dollar in the past, and we definitely got the toning off of there, and we did that for 5 minutes, but we might have had some haziness. So I'm going to rinse these off, and we'll take a quick peek. I'm not sure. I'm still seeing some of that toning on here. I'm thinking we might need to put these in for another minute or two. Let's take a peek in a second here. Well, it certainly didn't take the black spots off of here, and I still see that stripe on the other side. I think we might need to do this for longer. We'll take a look at this Roosevelt dime. I'm not sure if it had any real effect on here. It's still looking pretty dark. Let's try putting this in for a few more minutes and see if we get any better results. We'll do another 3 minutes, so that our total will be 5, to see if this is going to actually brighten these coins up. All right, let's see if 3 minutes makes any difference whatsoever. And I'm not certain these coins are going to be salvageable. I'm still seeing lots of toning in here. We're going to give this just a little dip here, sort of a rinse. And we're going to put this back under the water once I get them out of here and see if they've made any difference whatsoever. So here is the Canadian 1968 post rinse. I'm not sure if I see much of an improvement, maybe a little bit actually. But it kind of seems that if we were wanting to get better results, we might need to leave it in there for 10 minutes. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Maybe we'll try that at the very end if we don't get better results. But I think we'll move on to the quarters. We'll just take a quick look at this American one because I don't think we fared any better there. It's still dark all over and on the reverse side as well. Lots of tarnish still there. Well, let's move on to these quarters and see if there's maybe a certain kind of tarnishing that this helps with. All right, 3/4 are in there. I did my best to not let them touch. Let's try 5 minutes for these. I wanted to try a minute. I was hoping we'd see really great results, but put 5 minutes on the clock and we'll come back and see if we see any improvement. Okay, the clock's run out. I have to say, I'm not feeling very confident after our little experiment with the dimes. And I certainly still see some dark toning on here. I'll get them out. I'll rinse them off. We'll take a peek. Here's the first one. This is the 1966. And I have to say, the parts that were already clean look to be pretty bright and shiny. We're getting a lot of shine off this, but it didn't remove that unsightly dark tarnishing. We're going to have to do a bit of a before and after on each of these coins to see what improved, if anything. Take a look at this next one. This is that 66 that had some of that yellowish stuff again. You can see how beautiful a coin this is. Aside from the tarnishing, it's probably a very high grade coin. This looks like it's an MS65. And maybe a slight improvement, but we're still seeing that yellowish film. This is a pretty nice cameo on this coin for sure. And then this one here, this 1966, still has tons of black tarnish. I'm not sure if even leaving this in for 10 minutes or half an hour would get this off. Interesting. Last up are our $1 coins. And again, I'm just not sure what we're going to see any improvement-wise here. We'll get a good look at the before here. This is a 1960. And we'll take this 1964. This is what I'm very curious to see. It's so dark here. And when I flip it over on this other side too and on the edge, are we going to see any improvement in that whatsoever? I don't know, but I think these ones, again, we're going to have to leave in for a longer period of time, maybe 5 minutes. Again, I'm very curious to see if any of this dark toning here will resolve itself. And perhaps if it just shines up this coin that this one looks a little dull on the surface. Not a lot of tarnishing on the rest of it, so I'm not sure if it's going to have any effect on this, and maybe it'll just brighten this up. We'll see. 5 minutes, we're going to start in just a second. I've got them in there, very careful not to have them touching the post. That's what I did in another video where I was cleaning an Ike dollar. It was touching the post, and that part looked different. So we'll give it 5 minutes. We'll see what we get. So here's that 1960, and I think it does look brighter. We still have our dark spots, but the parts of the coin that didn't have the tarnishing look really nice. They look pretty bright and shiny. And that 1964 that was pretty dull, that's maybe where we're going to see if this actually really improved things. And I'd say it certainly did. It was looking pretty dull, but it is looking pretty shiny, but it didn't really address that dark toning on the edge. We still have that ugly dark spots where this has certainly been affected by some kind of environmental conditions, but the rest of the coin looks pretty nice, but it didn't have the tarnishing at all. It might have just looked dull, but it wasn't tarnished. So what have we learned here? Can we actually get rid of dark, ugly tarnishing on coins? I don't think so. It doesn't really look like it. All of these coins that exhibited that dark tarnishing, even that color, still have it. Our dimes, you can see all the spots of the tarnish though. I think what some collectors might have done in the past was actually polished or cleaned coins. And I wonder if this solution would have worked to get rid of this, if it actually dislodged any of this, if I was to take a brush to these coins, which I will not do. I didn't really want to destroy these coins, and we know that taking anything to the surface of these coins really would destroy them. I mean, again, we wouldn't really lose any value. These were just bullion, essentially just silver in my stack. But they're beautiful coins, and I don't want to scratch them up. Look at the surface. This 1966, this is a beautiful quarter. I'll flip it over. We've got a nice cameo finish, but we've got some tarnishing. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is toning or tarnishing, is it beautiful? Is it ugly? Is it distracting? Does it take away from the beauty of a coin like this here? Or do you find toning interesting? Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you ever try to clean coins with a solution like this after having seen this video? And I think our results show us that on a coin that isn't already tarnished, this silver solution does seem to bring the sparkle back, but it's not going to change what time has done to these dark, dark areas. Let me know, would you ever try this? Is it worth your time or effort or while? In any case, that was our little experiment here on these coins. I hope you enjoyed that look at cleaning coins with silver polish. This is the Leuchtturm Clean Silver, or Lighthouse Canada Clean Silver. If you want to give it a try on any of your coins, you can use my exclusive discount code CRH20 if you just want to brighten up some coins in your stack. It looks like it's going to do a good job at that. It doesn't look like it's going to get the unsightly black marks off of your coins, but you can use discount code CRH20 to get 20% off of your order from Lighthouse Canada. And that would be great. If you wanted to pick that up, you can get 20% off. In any case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little educational video on cleaning silver coins. If you did, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and click the like button on this video. That's a great way to help the channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time. The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.